Hey guys, I hope all of you are doing good, and in today's video we'll see that if you want to generate leads for your business but you do not really have let's say any sort of website right now, then using Meta ads or Facebook ads, how exactly you can generate all those leads without taking any help of website. So that is what we're going to check. So let's quickly get into it and let's look at each and every step which is involved in setting up this entire campaign. So let's create a lead generation campaign. Now guys, to begin creating your campaign, you first do need a Meta ads account. If you do not know how to create it, I've already created a video and you may find it anywhere right over here. So just click on that card or first create your business manager account, your ad account, and then come towards creation of your campaign. So this is what your ad account will look like. So let's click on plus create. I want to create a leads campaign. So I will click on this campaign objective, which is leads, and let's click continue. Now guys, right over here, as I scroll down, you can also add the budget for your campaign. This can either be added at your campaign level or your ad set level. Let's say I want to add it at my ad set level itself, then I can simply choose this. Let's uncheck this and let's scroll down. Okay, let's move to our ad set level settings. Now guys, right over here, in this case, since I do not really have any of my website on which people can go to and submit the lead form, which is why what I'll choose over here in my conversion location is going to be instant forms, because forms is exactly what I'll be utilizing so that people can give in the information that I need and get in touch with them. So let's also select any Facebook page over here, accept these terms and conditions. Okay, perfect. Now guys, performance goal is where Meta now wants to know that what is it that you want to focus on. These are the two options that we end up getting: maximize number of leads or maximize number of conversion leads. Now whenever you feel confused about something, Meta has excellent documentation. It will tell you that what exactly does it mean over here. So in the first option, like you can see, it says that we'll try to show your ads to people most likely to share their contact information with you. And the second one says will show your ads to people who are most likely to convert after sharing their contact information for you. So if you simply want to focus on the volume, which means you simply want to get as many leads as possible, in that case, go ahead with the first option. But if your focus is on qualitative leads, that you are happy with getting lesser number of leads, but you want them to be more qualitative, in that scenario, you can simply go ahead with the second option. So let's say right now I simply want to focus on getting as many leads as possible. So I click on the first option. Let's scroll down. I'm not adding any other restriction over here. Now this is something which is a part of your bidding strategy. So generally I would recommend not to add any sort of number over here. Let's say you have run your campaigns already for a couple of days, you have got some leads. Meta now understands what kind of users convert for you. After that, based on your cost per result that you're getting, you can simply add a number over here. So let's say if I add a number 100, it now means that Meta will try and get to me one lead for an average cost per result of 100 rupees, which means that when it spends 100 rupees, it would want to ensure that I'm able to get at least one lead out of it. But if Meta is not able to get leads for 100 rupee, in that scenario, it would simply stop spending money on your campaigns, which is why this is a number which needs to be added purely based on the historical data that you have. So for now, I'm not really adding any sort of number over here. Let's scroll down. Now guys, this is where you can add your daily budget at ad set level. So let's say I want to spend maybe 500 rupees daily. So I'll simply write 500 over here. You can also spend as low as 100 rupee. So you simply add 100 rupee over here, scroll down. Now guys, in case you have specific people in your mind, let's say these are the kind of people who will convert the best for me, or these are the kind of people who will be interested in my services or in the products. So in that scenario, you can also specify the exact targeting or the people you would want your ads to be shown to. So in this case, I can simply click right over here. Now out of these three options, let's click on the third option. And now right over here, let's say if there is a specific age group that you want to cater to. Let's say I want to show my ads to people who are in the age of 21 to 45. So I can just add this age group. Let me deselect this. In case there is a specific gender that you want to target, for example, maybe if you have a female product or a female service, in that scenario, you can also simply specify the gender, that who should actually see your ad. So this is how you're defining your demographics, that which kind of users would you like to reach out to. Now over here in your detailed targeting, you can add any let's say any targeting that you want to, any interest, any behavior, any demographic. Now this is an AI option which has come in which you can simply describe your audience. For example, let's say if I want to target people who are interested in food, so I can simply type it down, people interested in eating food outside. Now as I click on find options, what Meta will do is it will find those interests or behaviors which are similar to this specific prompt or this specific description that I've given of my audience. If you want, you can go ahead with this option, or you can also go ahead with the second option. So these are all the different audiences that Meta has suggested to me. I can also just go right over here, and like you can see, these are the different interests which have already been added. You want to add more interest, simply write down whatever it is. Let's say I am interested in targeting shoppers. So I'll simply write over here, engage shoppers, and now I can target this behavior. So this is how you can add your, let's say any sort of targeting which you think will be most relevant for your product or for your service. Now let's scroll down. Now this is where you are required to define that where exactly your ads will be showcased. I'll suggest that again, if it's a new account, do not touch this. Simply run your ads on all the different platforms in all the different placements and see what exactly is it that works the best for you. So I'm not changing anything over here, and let's simply go to next. Now guys, over here you can simply give a name. Let's say if I'm creating this for a specific service, for a specific product, simply write it down in the name of your ad. Scroll down. Now this is the Facebook page which will be used. In case there is also any Instagram page you would want to use, you can simply select it from the drop down. Now as I scroll down, now let's say if there is any single image or any video ad that you would want to use, so simply click right over here. Okay, let's scroll down further. Now guys, like I had shared with you before, that if you do not have any website, you can use instant forms, this feature which is provided by Meta Ads. So for this, simply go under instant form, click on create form. Now this is where you can also give a name to your form. Let's say lead generation, and this is the date on which it is being created. Now again over here, you can specify that what will you be using this form for. So let's say if you want to use it for driving as much volume as possible, which means as many leads as possible, you simply go ahead with the first option. In case you want to show it to users who would have a higher intent, so over here what happens is that there is an additional step for review which is added so that people are able to confirm their information. Moreover, if you also want leads to verify their phone number so that you're only and only getting those leads which are actually genuine, in that case, you can also select this option of require leads to verify their phone number. And the third option is finally rich creative, wherein you can, let's say, hold attention or grab the attention of users by adding some sort of images, product details, and some more sections which relate to the website for which or which relate to your business altogether. So let's say I want to focus on more volume right now, so that is what I choose. Now, when it comes to flexible form delivery, this is where you can choose if, let's say, certain people should not really be seeing some specific elements. But right now, I want that I want to have same form throughout my audience. So in that scenario, you can simply go ahead with manual. And in case there is anything that, let's say, you want to deselect, for example, background image should not be removed, you can simply deselect all of these. In case you want same form throughout, simply switch this off. After that, let's go to the next step. So this is where you can write down any headline over here. For example, let's say welcome to Komal Digital Marketing. In case you also want to add some sort of description to it, for example, I create videos for free related to meta ads. Just write down your description so that people get to know about your business a little. If you want to remove this greeting, you can also simply turn this off. It's entirely up to you. If it is on, this is how your form will look like. You can click on continue. Like once a user clicks on continue, they will be redirected to the next step. If you do not want to add any sort of greeting, you can simply switch this off. Click on next and then simply add in your questions. So let's say I do want to take email, I do want to take full name, I also want to take phone number. So you can add all of these. In case you want to remove something, just click on this bin icon over here and you will be able to delete these questions. You want to keep something optional, simply select this, and now like you can see in this form preview, your phone number over here will be optional in nature. In case there is any other question that you want to add further, simply click on add category, and these are all the different questions that you can ask. So let's say I also want to ask their state, their city, their street address. Simply add it. For example, I want to know which city they are from. I'll simply add city. If you want to keep this optional, select this, and like you can see, this will now be optional. Similarly, any other question that you want to add, simply add your question from right over here. Now once you've added your questions, let's click on next. Now privacy policy is something which is optional. If you do have your website, you want to share a link of your privacy policy, you can do that. Otherwise, you can simply turn this off. Any disclaimer that you think should be added can also be added. Again, it's optional in nature. And let's click next. Now, once a person has, let's say, filled in all this information, what is it that they do next? If you do have a website, you can click on the first option. If you simply want them to chat with you on WhatsApp, you can simply click on chat on WhatsApp and then connect your WhatsApp account over here. If you want that they should be able to view any file, for example, some sort of PDF, some sort of PNG, you can also upload that file right over here by clicking on add media. If you want that these people should be able to call your business, then you can simply add in your phone number over here. So let's say +91. You can add in your number, and now this will be your call to action. Call now. Anybody who clicks on this button of call now right over here would now be able to call on your number. If you want that they should start conversations with you on Messenger, you can also simply select this. Once all of these changes are made, then click on publish and your form will be published now. Okay, let's add a description as well. So let's say somebody from our team will reach out to you today, and let's publish this. And now like you can see, the form has been created already and the form appears right over here. So let's scroll down further. Now this is where you will be required to upload your creative. So let's say there is any creative that you have made already. Simply click right over here on setup creative. Click on image add and then upload any image that you think you would want to go ahead with. So let's say this is what I want to use for now. So let me select this. Now this will simply show you a review that this is what your ad will look like in different settings. If you want that it should automatically be cropped to 9:16 or 1.9:1, you can select this. Otherwise, simply keep it on original. Click next. Now this is where you can write down your primary text, headline and description. So just above your image ad, what is the information that you would want to share with users? That is what will come over here. So let's say enroll in my digital marketing course now for free. Let's write down short headline and description as well. So meta ads covered. Similarly, let's write something in description as well. Free registration. And then call to action can be sign up itself. So let's click on next. Let's click on done again. Okay, let's scroll down. Let's look at our ad. So guys, now this is what your ad will look like. So whatever it is that you're creating, you will be able to see preview of your ad right over here. So this is the creative that I uploaded along with my primary text, which appears right over here. And as I scroll down, this is my headline and this is my description. Now you have been able to create your ad, you have set up your entire campaign. All you have to do is simply click on this publish button and your entire campaign will be published. If you have already added some money in your account, your campaign will start spending money. It will give you some impressions, click some leads as well. So these are all the steps which are involved. Remember, you choose how much amount of money you want to spend. Experiment with different audiences, experiment with different platforms, experiment with different creatives, and see what is it that works the best for you. So these are all the steps which are needed to create a campaign from scratch. Similarly, let's say if you want to create maybe a sales campaign next, all you have to do is select that campaign objective and Meta Ads will guide you on what is it that needs to be done after that. So that's it for today. I'll see you later then.